It's very interesting coming back to the Gospels after so many years. I realise that I've got all sorts of preconceptions from my childhood. And one of the things is I assumed that the Ascension was in all of the Gospels because it was such an important part of the Easter message that when I was a child. But no, it turns out that's not true. I mean, obviously Mark has nothing because we know he has no resurrection appearances in it. Matthew, they pop along to Galilee and Jesus says, oh, you know, go out and save the world sort of thing. John just says, oh, there are lots more things I could tell you. They could fill many books if I were to tell you everything. And that leaves Luke. Now, the Ascension may or may not be in Luke because it says this. He took them out to Bethany and he blessed them. And while he was blessing them, he withdrew from them. And then comes a little phrase, and was carried up into heaven. Now, some manuscripts don't have that particular phrase, the bit about going up into heaven. Now, most do, but some don't. So it's quite possible that the original Luke Gospel didn't have the Ascension in it at all. But it is in the Acts of the Apostles. And it says, he talks to them again and tells them about receiving the Holy Ghost. After he said this, he was taken up before their very eyes, and a cloud hid him from their sight. So isn't that surprising? That only one of the books has definitely got the Ascension in it, and it's not one of the Gospels. I was amazed. But of course, the whole Ascension thing doesn't make any sense in the 21st century, because there is actually no such direction as up. The word up means away from the middle of the earth. It doesn't mean go up into heaven. The picture the writer of Acts has got in his mind, of course, is the earth here, and then heaven up there, and Jesus going up to it there. So he's thinking of a flat earth and a physical heaven just above the blue sky. Yeah, right, well, since we started going into space, that whole idea sounds a bit crazy. So we know, whatever happened, Jesus didn't go up to a physical heaven. So it's not true, is it? I keep coming back to it. The more I read it, the less and less I can possibly believe it.
It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily